We're here at Paradise Creek Campground, Gifford Pinchot National Forest here in the great state of Washington. Let's go check out the campsites. Here is 27D. D is for double. We are on the creek side, so that's optimistic. Ooh, and I like how recessed back this is. Gives you better privacy lines. Cool little log here. You got a workstation. You can put stuff down there. I love things at kind of workstation height. Very comfortable. You got your fire pit. You got your tent pad there on the right. It's a double. It says 27 double, so if that's supposed to be a supersized tent pad, or if maybe they want you to put a tent straight ahead there too. I'm digging this one. It feels like it's got great lot lines. Yeah, look at these lot lines. Nobody's in your business. Yeah, there's nobody in your business. So 27D is legit. I'll also say I'm loving this tree. Look at that. Kind of a Leaning Tower of Pisa situation going on. Beautiful tree. And looks like there's going to be some shoreline access potentially down to the creek. I'll stop here because it looks like I got to climb a few logs. A little bit of an adventure to get down to creekside, but presumably you can. So that's good. 27D, D for digging it. It's an inner with 2 picnic tables, fire pit. You can see the tent pad on the other side. Beautiful trees. I mean, that forest is epic. Give the forest its due. Gifford Pinchot National Forest. So it's a beautiful area. And actually, now that I come over here, I might be letting my inner loop bias show a little quickly. This is a pretty good site. I don't see any sightline issues. There's nobody line of sight. So actually, it's a pretty good one. It doesn't have its own path to Paradise Creek like the other 4 I like. But as far as inners so far, I would say that the bathroom's right there too. 28D is the best inner so far. Here's 25. And you got your driveway, you got your picnic table, your fire pit. This could be a really good one. I'm already getting the vibe. There's your tent pad. And just because of the way this is situated, look at these lot lines. Oh my gosh, these lot lines are great. You've got probably 26 over there, but that's not gonna have a straight shot to your picnic table. So lot lines are great for 25. I'm digging these big logs here, good height. You can put gear you wanna dry out on it. Got your fire pit, picnic table, tent pad. So yeah, 25 so far is pretty cool. I'm liking this one. And I instantly noticed that there is a well-defined side trail. And this is the direction of our friend Paradise Creek. Ooh, yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm digging 25. 25 might even be better than 20D. It's also cool because it's not a D, so it's half the price. Well, no, I'll say this. After this, coming this far, it's not as cool as 20D as far as the shoreline access. 20D is premium, but this is cool. You can climb down here, and problem is, to get to that center rock area, which would be fun to get to, you kind of have to ford this part of this arm of the creek. So very doable. Only do that if you know what you're doing, because creeks can be very dangerous to ford if you're not sure-footed and confident in what you're doing. But theoretically, you could go down to that log, ford that part of the creek, maybe to even take some chairs over there, and then go hang out in that middle section surrounded by creek on both sides. You can see that this center section is right where this fork is created. You can go over there and hang out for a bit. I would only bother doing that if you take everything you need with you, so you can be over there a couple hours, and then you can ford back over to site 25 when you're done. So that's a little less optimal. I'll say that the shoreline of 25 is not as good as the shoreline of 20D. 20D's got the best shoreline, perhaps at this campground. But this campsite 25 has got great lot lines, great privacy. As I come around here, there's nobody. There's really no straight shot. The 25's got great lot lines, and it does have your own private path down to Paradise Creek, but it's a little bit of a fording situation, but that could be fun. If you're adventure oriented, then that could actually be really fun. So I gotta say, 25 is in the mix now. I'm digging 25. Here is campsite 24. Got your driveway. Let's cross over here. Pretty epic old tree. Look at that. I gotta highlight that. That is beautiful. Moss all the way to the very top. It's pretty epic, gotta say. Dr. Seuss, Tim Burton style epic tree, kind of the centerpiece of site 24. So you got your picnic table, you got your fire pit. Looks like that's your tent pad. Here's 22. I think this could be a good one. Got a driveway, tent pad, fire pit, picnic table. As far as lot lines, you do have, presumably, 23 right there. So that's not good because 23 is right up against the road. So 23 is looking at you, waving at you. That's an issue. But so I walked up, I was hoping that this is going to get us some sort of Paradise Creek access. Sure it is. Clearly this is a defined trail for campsite 22. Yeah, straight ahead I can see the water. So if you walk across this little rock section, then you can get up to the creek. So 22 is decent. Probably going to be a top fiver. Typically I do a top 5 video, and 20D is definitely the best one, although the double is suboptimal because it makes it twice as expensive typically. 22 is a single, so that's good. Not quite as premium creekside access as 20D, but then you got 23 kind of in your business. But okay, here's 23. Don't even have to walk down the site to see it. You got your picnic table, your fire pit, your driveway. I don't like how the picnic table is right against the road here, and it kind of ends up obstructing 22 a little bit, like intruding, a little intrusive. So that's suboptimal. I love that giant tree right there, the log. That really helps with your privacy lines. So giant log is awesome for privacy because you don't have to worry about something on the other side of it because you can't see it. Fire pit's cool. I like that you got a workstation there with a flat surface of the trunk. So really my main complaint about 23 is, as you can see, the picnic table is like right here on the road, which kind of makes it very close to 22. But beyond that, it's actually a pretty decent site. For an inner, it's a pretty good site, I'll say that. Here's 20D for double. Got your driveway, got your fire pit, got your double picnic table. You got a tent pad on that side and a tent pad on that side. I'm actually really liking 20. This is clearly an outer site on the outer ring right up against Paradise Creek. So we've got a little trail here. I'm gonna take it. It's nice and wide and I can already sense the creek. Look at that. We're walking right up to Paradise Creek. So far 20 is by far the best in my humble opinion. 20D, I should say. It is a double. And look at that, Paradise Creek. Yeah, 20 by far is the best. Clearly you can go down here. I mean, any able-bodied person should be able to make this little trek down to Shoreline, and then you are hanging out at beautiful Paradise Creek. It is a namesake for the campground. It's not crazy to think your campsite would actually be up against it, and 20D is. So 20D is definitely my favorite so far. Let's hike back up to campsite 20D, D meaning double, so it's going to be more expensive, but this is definitely my favorite campsite so far. This little section is actually pretty steep, and we made it up here. And here's your double picnic tables. One tent pad on that side, one tent pad on that side. Got some workstations, the smooth surface of a log, 2 of them. Of course, your driveway and your fire pit. So I gotta say, campsite 20 is the best. Here's 19, picnic table, fire pit, tent pad, your driveway, of course. So I like that this is on the outer. As far as lot line 17 is over there, good obstruction. So lot lines are pretty good. 18's over there and you got some obstruction. So 19's actually got some pretty good lot lines. You got your fire pit, your tent pad. And the Paradise Creek is straight ahead. Looks like there's a network of trails back here. So I'm just gonna wager that if you played around and went that way or that way, you very well may access Paradise Creek. I'm not going to claim it's a picturesque shoreline access scenario, but it feels like you do have exposure. So 19 is decent.